me do hono. Ja, Allah kwaje mantin my mind. I've rested my mind about this particular man. Me toda want me problems. I may say me who say Allah kwaje mantin we nearby. Me who say you want to create a certain kind of problem. That was then. Yes, was then. But try to forget. Who your MPP now say the alternative is scarier. You are making a big mistake. The MPP should eradicate from their dictionary. That way, tell the alternative is scary. No. Look at prominent people where the good campaigning for, they were all seated. Professor Jampo. Yes, they wanted to listen to what Allah Kwadocha Mantin will bring on board. Yeah, Allah Kwaton Chain. Listen to Abu Sakara well. I hear debate on Koino Tamalin, he was the best person who was able to explain policies, how we are going to implement it, how we are going to execute it. Shabuti, and you'll be a chairman. And now, when I was listening to the man, you see, these are the kind of people that we need. One, he was able to address the problem. He was able to give solutions. He was yes, he identified the problem. Me say, identifying the problem is part of the solution. Yes, after none, MP before my journey Frantono. Shabu, me say, my law for this particular man have to rise up. This is the great transformational plan. If you look at Ghana economy, and I said the Ghana normal see corner, we need a transformational leader to transform Ghana. And if you look at the policies, and what this kind of book, it tells these are documents. If you glance through, now Ghana focus on the year Juma, it is going to transform the destiny of Ghana. Just say, and if I'm here, a jata, now my that's what I'm talking. As about what you on the call send this for crowd. This is what Alan Kwadocha Mantin say. Was say the great transformational plan, stability, growth, resilience, prosperity, a new policy blueprint for Ghana's transformation. Say, cause a blueprinter, a idea a kono F, the stamp but teams just had you with it. Now, and the kitameno. Shabu, Franco, take this from me. And Madrian says, we don't need political party, but we need good leaders. I from a quab, I'm about transfer at the back channel, so channel need the solid TV, and then the Dikaya 1 year a D and Punim Pua, the also the kind of say over subscribe first. So the Bayer Wajun in free, if you would descend about 90% of your viewers most subscribe to the channel, and your Boapayo and the first near cow say, oh, shall now subscribe, now doing commercial for now share link. They say sharing is caring, sharing is caring. Yeah, production at the free Ghana can we are by the power of the internet. By we will be opening your content, you know, I enjoy fresh. Meeting at the Shaibula CC and then your transfer near the Bon Como. A day after the movement for change, presidential candidate flag bearer Alan John Kwadocha Mantin Wababa launch the great transformational plan about Chirichimu. And Chichimu Nankasa be said, what Chirichimu, but the bit my Chirichimu ye. I'm the ordinary person at Tiasiano, a Franco the hitter. Answer the answers MPP, you couldn't say, or more town hall meeting. No more for so Eddie really fun Eddie Ama, or flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, UK town hall meeting. Finance Minister Soba wanted to just say, President Npp Prez Akufo Addo order say, Sika 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Yem Franco. Ninko Tria and Fama, a bright banking cleanup exercise. A month for affecting or music cable. Is it because I have a 12 say? And your vote and answer a DNT. Now, your banking cleanup exercise. After you say be sick came and after I some can say or buy seats a charge I know season who yen. And some when they are for account and net, ye sing kunya, not yet doing como. Make Chamwa by Sisia, a bar from Greta, a barber join them.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
I from about transfer Franco Greta Barber account. Franco the hitter. That is saying, Yamadama. Good. Now, what's your phone now? Oh, we have a call. What is you, Menan Cassane? Okay, Menan Cassane. Now, I am taking the BBI. Nazadianka, DB and Yanka is a pressure, bunny personal. Mr. Jumobiano. I am Mr. Jomatin country. Yeah, and I mean, you are Ephraim. Okay, from USA. Okay, we do Ghana. Okay. or Siano or in kind.
Oh, no, say kuna yibi na. Oh, okay.
We call Slam.
As you quite year
Debut on a year run uncle.
Ah, okay.
By Minia Baby, the young boys was one call your house about Bidu. And then see a Minia Bar Diamond or Henny a year in the back diamond. And then the Korea Modia,
so only papa to media.
I can't be two or can't be two.
You seek a map among Waka. Oh, she's a pretty lady.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, confirm.
Uncle for man,
and that's your last born birthday.
Oh, last born.
Your last born, a kind last born, and a papa,
because all last
born, your friend, Josephine Japoma Addo.
Josephine Japoma Addo,
and one day birthday.
Hey, I'm that.
Oh, no, nearby. Massa Munisa, no one. And you know, my
Makunda.
Me, Yakra, who got a baby will be a young coupon count. Now, over to Menka.
Some of them know Papa.
Oh, and you never frock on that. I was saying, can I know sister buy or could be some maybe some once and calling Pakra Yaka. Massa, Yanya Juma. Oh, near Baba, and me be some once and hey, you're called Mukazamo. Hey. Ni papa said about Nipa tough if you want part. No, can be a can. Franco, I like to Martin. Shabu, Franco the hater. My main child, Reverend Father Usuper Easton, okay, the US of A, where we will be an uncle Poncano. He's a wonderful person. Alan Fancy, you said at Tom Naso. I didn't say, he said, Alan great transformational plan, yes, GT, yes, that can be beer and not by beer yellow, yes. Shabu. Who said that Biana Mekase? Nipa Bakwa, he is the leader of the party. Or Kasa Manfo Dinechi, no Manfo Tienensem, is Alan Kwadoche Mante, who is the leader of the movement. Now, any time Kasavia Biano, I was having issues with his communicators. As for Kasavia, instead of them explaining matters to us, I am better than I see, you know, it will become a difficult problem for them. To mention is well, Kasavia, as an inquiry for a conversation was even a problem. Shabu, Emma, I had the opportunity of going to Accra or moving pick. Now, Saibu, Enwa, we do honor. Jack, I'm now maintain my mind. I've rested my mind about this particular man. Again, I want yes. First, no, I would say Alan Kofo. I saw who is different. And no, who has a wish. Noti. They try to appreciate the work you are doing. Let's not forget. Oman Kasa MP before. Oman Kasa NDC for. Oman Kasa ABA movement for no. But most of them show ni biana. They feel and think that is a perception, whether reality or concocted. Omu feelings are seven year canon. You are trying to be objective and sincere. And no one should be to say, Omegas Afanku. You himself MPP. You himself always you speak for the NPP, but you are telling the Ghanaians the ordinary truth. Say, will be himself who MPP. But what's the master worker? You speak for the masses. Anything I have now, I catch you and say, Sir Reverend Father Mabudi, what's it, Franco? Nyanko will be Kobo, Nyanko will be Koye say, then Yamedia Chow say, sit on TV, try to explain matters to the ordinary Ghanaian. The one said yes, and Nyanko Podia Chow, say, Chimon intimating or Massy. And then I was really surprised. I didn't air say, Oshafa Fantofona. They try to acknowledge and appreciate you. Yeah. Metoda or want to mean your problems. I may say, me who is alarm computer man wrong with nearby. Me who say you want to create a certain kind of problem. That was then. Yes, was then. But I will forget. Me say, and now who your MP Pinaka the alternative is scarier. You are making a big mistake. That way, Allah make my family say the NPP should eradicate from their dictionary. That way, so the alternative is scary. No, shall we whatever I I never come there say I'm not an armchair journalist. And now I would say that coy you were jotting me say me armchair journalist. And yeah, Kawaka makes not TV so much about yes. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there. No, I want pictures. So thank you. Cloud only rent a car. I want to thank you. I want cloud and not my yeah. Toyota Haze, another be a Toyota Coaster. Thank you. People came on their own. Really? And they came to give their support to Reverend Alan Kwadoche Mante. Today, I'm telling you something. Did you see a Kwesi Pratt? Me say, that was the first time I see the Bian America. Obi because Abdul Malik Kwakuba, we are the HM Kwesi, because Kwesi Pratt, the HM Abdul Malik Kwakuba. But me,
Open one person, I believe in his integrity and credibility. A reference Kwesi Prez.
Kwesi Prez came there just to have a lesson of Alan and see him.
Mr. I foresee you know or be finishing honestly. Look at prominent people where the good I'm paying for, they were all seated.
Professor Jampo.
Yes, they wanted to listen to what Alan Kwadochamantin will bring on board.
But Alan Vision in the Massa.
Sure.
Alan Vision.
Massa
from Ken
Alan Kwaton Chain. Listen to Abu Sakara well. I hear debate on Coin Tamale, Debiameka. He was the best person who was able to explain policies, how we are going to implement it, how we are going to execute it. Satamo Kasa or CPP here. Adam Material or Kasa or Charles Adibia or Yebiano or Tiadianasi. And it turns out you don't joke with this kind of people. And someone or Kasa or Charles Adibia or Kabiano or Tiadianasi. And now look at the kind of people who are there, prominent people who are there, decay. Shabu, me say, first, no papa your friend is Mr. Frank, or Chicago, and then come friend was Franco. We are son Alan Fono, nice we are bomb any son of man. Massa, me say, I can't go some anti-journalist, Shabu. Then who will honor? I have to steal my decision.
But Alan, what I want us to do is say, I'm still in talks with Alan Tim.
Yes.
Because our book, book, your friend there, the great transformational plan, stability, growth, resilience, prosperity.
Yes.
Or say a new policy blueprint for Ghana's transformation. Alan Chamatin.
Yes.
Book we. I was Sir Franco the hater. Who to me point by point, or fact one. Chapter as I remember, book down. We are content now. From number 10 by being number or say by December 65 from near church maybe. But I was saying this program has to be sponsored and it
and
this program has to be and yes sponsor on solid. I was from for more brutal may catch them and sir but it has to be sponsored. What should the another course on that? The course on that. What's some way yet? What's coming has said that you get it. We do our kind of, but we say or say solid TV. You change inside Japadiano. Me say I was see a change you said a Japadia document with facts and figures, with pictures and video. Now for a tiasia, native maximize Alan Wood. The more I am back channel as well. If no can vote for Alan, Mom say Alan is the better foreigner. Or we say over to you, Chief. And what? I've never in my life. So many Alan Atene said never in my life. I've always known him from a distance. Yesterday, my love for this particular man rules. Me say, simple person who was me say. Me that thing I don't buy it. And a politician say, bro, must me I don't buy it. Me that thing I don't buy because Nipadi, we say Kenya country called Japan. Yes, so Hamburg, Canadian. Yes. Me, I believe in those people. Ghana never question the Tobano. And I shall be we don't look at competence. Shall be a brand was a derby. But no, Alan Kodrochamanti, I didn't know can or in-depth knowledge about what he said yesterday. And you mean our chairman. Shabuti, and you mean our chairman. And now, when I was listening to the man, you see, these are the kind of people that we need. Leaders in
one, he was able to address the problem. He was able to give solutions. He identified the problem. Me say, identifying the problem is part of the solution. And now, he was able to identify the problem and he grant resource for the problem.
Yes, after none, MP before my journey Kwafa Fantono.
Shabu, me say, my love for this particular man have to rise up. Shabu, me, I'm a journalist. This is the great transformational plan. Ghana on, Senia Brepa on, and no me can't be Krano. Don't talk with Alan
Kasem Bakuna, just a Sassam. I Babu, your kind of a Kaka Massacre. Yes, and not like Kasem, a Kakam to Mabamala. Hey, Katamana, Kanam to Mabamala. To Elna Tio was say. Or Bob good council of state.
Yes.
And our church, the order of a second parliament, you know.
Yes.
Woman obeyed the appointment of IGP.
Me say,
and for them they appointed IGP. Yeah, in case the president say order from a because a parliament second part na appointing or man penny and me pamon.
Shabu, the meaning of great, almost say, of an extent, amount, or intensity considerable above average. Okay. The other say, also yeah, they be a average. Will be at maybe, but I didn't great. They say, I do be a normal. You exceed the normality. And to make it say, Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. Ubeka say Messi is the greatest player of all time. Let me tell you, the greatest player of all time for me is Diego Armando Maradona. That is me. If you look at the greater longevity, so the word great, it comes in. And we have what's in the great transformational, the ability to put a change in a different environment. And yes, Sabu boy, what might transform me, I'm a papa. So if you look at Ghana right now, if you look at Ghana economy, and I said the Ghana normal we need a transformational leader to transform Ghana. And if you look at the policies, and what this kind of book, it tells that these are documents. If you glance through, now Ghana focus on the year Juma, it is going to transform the destiny of Ghana. Plan a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. Yet, now they can already also say, if you look at national teams, let clubs, it's major Champions League, World Cup, they plan before they go to the World Cup. And to Uti Alan Kobeche first, I was punching him, said, Massa, only Metal Radio said transformation plan. There should be a blueprint. There should be something that can convince me, said Baby, what's now how can I should buy into your idea? And convince me about their policy is the end is about the 24-hour economy. Now one cast one down for the peg to say,
just say, and if I'm here, a jata, now my that's what you doing. Samson, that was all talking. As I'm going to be one. Send this for crowd. This is what Alan Kwadocha Manti say. Was say the great transformational plan, stability, growth, resilience, prosperity, a new policy blueprint for Ghana's transformation. Say, cause a blueprinter, a idea kono F the stamp but teams just had you with it. Now, Allah want to mean young cause a great transformation. Blueprint. Thank you. And the crowd and the Kitamino. So if you look at Alan Kwadocha Mantia, this is the blueprint of the movement. You talk about the more that's one be leaders. Come a person who fast will meet me approaching Ghana. I'm Ghana in your conkai. Shabu, Franco, take this from me. And what? My answer, we don't need political party, but we need good leaders. We don't need MPP nor the ND or CPP. Yes, a good leader. A good leader. Listen to me carefully. We don't need political parties. We need good leaders to be good thinkers. And go for me to management falling into a PDF. These are the kind of people that we want. Just like Alan. Thank you. And I make catch us now. I've still my decision about political parties. I've still my decision. Alan, a preacher, my car, and then I was a totally. Me say, we need good leaders. Good leaders. Good leader is someone who thinks about the welfare of his people. A good leader is someone who is able to formulate, implement policy. That's why we call them good leaders. We need people. All right, I have given you the problems. I'm getting solutions for the problems. The first paragraph tells you, say, he has identified the problems and wants to give solution to the problems. Shabu, we need a visionary and a pragmatic leader. We don't need theoretical people. So that be the Anna Kennecan. Shabu, book ne dorsum. And I work at a master's in the work Debbie. We need people who can think, who can make sure I get a bit more fun into a PDF. And who can't put in a like a carabiner. I know I said this transformational book document we will be going deeper. Shabu, we will learn more. As some men worker, the worker is a practicable somewhere. And conforming the year Juma, and as someone for year Juma. I'm a question. Tell my boss say after super delegates now, Alan so what yes, we saw the Yaudiator. Yes. Now so say after phantom movement. I better rise up to do this time, maybe blueprint and then to be honest. Me, Alan Kwadocha Manti departing of freeing himself from the New Patriotic Party. It never occurred to me. Say Alan can convince me. No, because Alan or crashing the political. Me say, that be catch up. Me say, let me be another Musala meet me. They are convincing me. Me MPP Nipa house. You know me. You know me well. Me a strong die-hard NPP.
Maybe planning years when Musa Alabit my idea convince me. But me, I look at objectivity. And now that you say, and this is for the manifesto bar. No more blueprint bar. And before the money bar. Now I'll go through all the three of them and take a concrete decision. But for now, this blueprint has convinced me. As an independent person, the blueprint my duty here is to educate and enlighten people. Trust me, I'm going to educate and enlighten them in this particular book. We should think as Ghanaians. Shabu, let's take emotions and passion away. You, because a former TESCON communicator, a staunch MPP member. Yes. If this blueprint had been able to convince you, how much the other Ghanaians who have the proper feeling, the proper explanation. I'm telling you, we need people. Shabu, we know me like my. So our integrity and credibility, we should not joke with it. Bible so do need papa wanyan e bone de mano. Me ma me akoso nyantati ato budum. E ton jiwari so. Me ma no catch so me sa transformation book in kan ya. Point 1 kosi point 2 ma de kro. Timi biem. Me papa me bi wato bi fe ba bi wato. And 9 months away from my table, missing a light in ho. What catches one kan ya onim de kra. So it is my duty and responsibility. Obi wato data. What catch one kan book we onya da je okwa kan this particular book. But it is our duty and responsibility to give back to the society. Giving back to the society, we should give it back to them. A detailed explanation. Yes. We should give them the reality. Thank you. And say you take your own decision and you go and do your vote. Yeah, the Papa I'm not. Yes. So willingly you take a concrete decision. And I dove my heart for this particular man. Okay, that's it. What's it? Oba ministers or better some number 40. Never. What's Oba ministers or better some number 40. Now, if we see a man for the problem, so assemble and allow chairman TK. Dr. Mahmoud Bamiya, he's a lead key actor in another Npp Akufo Addo government. And let's not forget this. Open party bako de America double standard ni hypocrisy your mother is the MPP. Any party. When John Dramani Mama was the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2012, Mama appointed 101 ministers, both substantive, deputy, and minister of state. And the new Patriotic Party issued official communique. Now the Npp Akufo Addo said, they want to create and loot and siphon Ghanaians' money. Because if you say what be a sector be the Ministry for Youth and Sports, that time I'm about to to an attract was a deputy. And if you look at the air cost on air time, or you gender, when any problem you want to me and no more so I could for the MPP for the catcher say, I did not join the money, ma'am. It is wrong because they want also a job for the boys. Look at that communication. I'm saying no more. Is it another information? No more could you tap black? Yes, communication. No communication. And the John Minister for tertiary, any junior high school, no. And people says, what a job for the boys. You just want to compensate a lot of people. Sometimes we've not been fair to Mama. NPP captures power in 2016. Nanado is sworn in 2017. Akufo Addo becomes the president of the Republic of Ghana. The first term of Nana Akufo Addo, he appointed 110 ministers. 101 no. You say, Akufo the near break 10 na your mama nyadie, na your mama a job for the boys and your family and friends and conform bre one na nante, na your mama a pregnant man and kwade here and MPP for so msaibu. They were punching the NDC from left to right. Shaibu, me no kasai. And Nana Akufo Addo, the first time as the president of the Republic of Ghana, who appointed 110 ministers. Akufo Addo nkwa na appointing minister for state and finance, minister for state agric, minister for state national security, minister for minister for state and the security, and in a job for the boys. And you see the hypocrisy of Ghanaians. I didn't listen to a lot of Ghanaians vilify or chastise and I was massa, I did walk and you are doing a direct opposite and you are even doing worse than what Dr. Mama did. And now Mahmoud Bamiya say, Oba tesu dia basi 50. Meboa. I said your mama crowd is 60. Yeah. Mati said your mama said 60. Alan said 40. Alan said 40 ministers. Shall would permit me to tell you something with you. If you go to Omaimi at Togo, go and check their ministers. Now what that and I may check it. If you look at the population of Togo, none other, it increased by 2.3%. First, it was between the range of 8 million. And then no Kasai Togo, our population 9.16 million. In terms of ministers, they have only 30 ministers.
30
ministers. If you go to Togo, if you go to Togo, Shabu, Okopia or maybe it Nigeria, if you look at their population, 229,152,217. In 2023, about 2024, in terms of population increment, we are 2.39. Ministers are already limiting the I am 45.
Wow.
45. The water be more phone. So list of ministers are 45. Nipananka more list of ministers a wotogo. A one who come there now. The offense amalgamation of ministry. Thank you. To say ministry you for never than your boom. Say this any boom because that person can function. When they hear you man. If you go to Babi say Burkina Faso. Before Sasso the Ninibano, Ibrahim Touari was the president, will be sitting also as the prime minister. In terms of population, 23,840,247. They had a population increment of 2.53%. Sabu, Omukita 32 ministers. And look at democracy. Now you can't support instability. My and young Koye Kumpama man from Fisono, no more 32 ministers. Sabu. Another no, because Ghana, we have about 33 or 34 million population. Yet it are almost 85 ministers. 85 ministers. And now Quadeche Mantes or Bar, or Baby Yisa, no money, 40 ministers. Ministry because the best can be a boom. Ministry go to say, who to say, make me the minister with buy you who your money or GP quack. Okay, thank you. SUV Mukama, a Katia Peche, or the demons of one can say the demon waiting at all. Sabu, Alan Quadrature man, this was about 40. Mamma saw the over 50. But your mamma saw the over 60. And to be a wood team, wow, Caswasama, Ubika 40, Ubika 50, Ubika 60. Now, if you listen to Alan Quadrature man, I know some Anna Baumia. And Muhammad, Bermuda. Oh, so much my answer. Look, my Shabu. What's here amount for? Almost say, Alan Quadrature Mantin was part of the New Patriotic Party and another Danko Akufo for 7 years. So he has no moral right to complain. Yeah. Now, if you look at the 2 terms of another Danko Akufo Addo, Alan debated 6 or 7 years. Yes. Timmy. Now, if you look at J. Akufo Tania, Alan was an ambassador, he became a minister. So 8 years. Yeah. 8 plus 7, wait, like I say 15 years of the New Patriotic Party. Shabu. Alan Quadrature Mante is a key actor in the New Patriotic Party, but you can pardon him. The reason why you can pardon him is that Nippon head of Economic Management Committee, he said, on one has a different ideology. Ayatia. Dr. Mahmoud Bamiaso, one is different cardinal principles to rule Ghana. How much will be on Latin? Thank you. I didn't yet. I saw it yet. You are sorry to be a break away from other churches. Okay, deeper, more deeper for baby buy it. Pentecost to be ahead of time with a solid doctrine and ya and one and my child. The New Patriotic Party is not the final destination to any political person's career. The New Patriotic Party and then the final destination. I am man for sorry. And my year friend say Alan attend home and at the war year no Alan doesn't have the boss. Alan interest on a near thing. Now the Danko Akufo Addo no offer. Omo anything you people. Yeah. Why is the MPP not ever sitting the same time? If you stay in glass house, you don't throw stones. Because Nippon almost more casa demand. Only more factory who for the UP. Why are they not complaining today? Or more count a mass and the president. Baby, now, Sabi, me take care. MPP, yeah, vehicle. Thank you. Mother driver, you know, Chicana for not matters on Goku. Never you what you want. And then another Chicana would cook MPP before. I'm not doing machine. Thank you. I heard 7 December. And in Grasse, but then Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, he doesn't have the moral right to come and tell Ghanaians and say, or no, so one can say vision in ideology. He is and eat and dine with the president. or the vice president. Who take a job on Komamunauti MPP for say Bawumia has played an instrumental role in Ghana's economy.
Especially in terms of the 11.
Thank you. Who say Nanadwa?
It's in the input.
Nanado say since 1957, the most brilliant, the most intelligent, the most vibrant and hard-working vice president is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But Bawumia say, thank you. Bawumia say, on one kasaka with different ideology. Different ideology in the back. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so about betra 11. Meboa.
Obi betting.
But I also betra 11. Kwajo upon Kruma so be catch say. Open nipa bako play instrumental role. They want to do that benchmark of 100 Ghana cedis. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Mahmoud Bawumia goes to Peace FM. Was it more money they yen taxi because I am here for the year, but today we are taxing it. So I always tell you, nipa no person believe it's a pathological liar. One can play. Open nipa bako consistent with him through the year. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now also about better sports betting. That be America. Shabu. Anya she wedding kramufu echi kakra. Ade ba ko yen kramufu ade omon pekura no is about cha haram. Nti da bia me catch you say, udu ma kom traffic light wo dia boho aka che kramufu nyina say cha enya de papa. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia per his doctrine, per his religion, Islam is talking against it. Yet 20% number say it want to scare Ghanaians, it want to scare the youth, it want to put them away.
But not allow the youth to going to betting.
Thank you. And yeah, open the biggest congregation in Ghana. Amount for no music is betting. And the 20% number say would be 200 Ghana cedis. You bet 20%. 20% be 20 Ghana. You the crack of command by the youth complain. John the floor and the edit Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dey so oba.
And the oba year for na try for.
Thank you. So I want to act. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is still running or deviating away from the Islam doctrine because of power. And now say he's still an allergy of the new patriotic party or allergy of the Islam.
So you say because why multi religion.
Shabu, what you allow COVID mantia? Now me cry as a no between. Sa COVID tax and you so nim faso.
Alan so already.
Alan so be dey free ho. Alan so ba obey sa COVID-19 tax no e dey free ho. Alan so ba oba resource the private people. Ente no na all cast me na guta for ni bom nsam de man no. Was so ba there are some taxes is going to abolish them. Oba be Ghana port aya kono. Oba be Ghana tina for into me podi efra. Ade ba ko ken me de ene say also ba sa council of state ni sa no ma no betwam. And I agree. Council of State, is an advisory body. This Council of State people, the president at that material moment has an influence in them. Okay, maybe. Kumasi ya no kwa trouble job here.
Yeah.
Edu baby come so na nkasa boaru so the nipa bia ba person kokko stand by you get the cost na. You see the president always dictate for them. Now the court say Supreme Court to catch them say when it gets to advice already more enya force. Advice and yes sir. Advice I well. And it's all to me for me say eja me ya mass na to me for me pa na me fa. Me pa me fa.
Come 80 years.
Thank you. Menya mine. Thank you. Omo me ya to abadia ma no. Over 12 million Ghanaians are to abadia ma no. So the woman in says any panel, you don't joke with a person. Or get executive powers in taking certain kind of decisions. And it's a lot is in this book. This blueprint. A lot is in it. Nyanko ponya adoma. Minimum will be going deeper into it. Where our corner would be more shabu. And no more won't papa. Low competitive interest rate. Mamin can't some financial shabu. I did back when now. I'm not correct a man saying kaya. The most of the man was and what can say me? No, the man understands everything what he say. Shabu. Oba Ghana. Ope country back on interest rate to what's power. Ghana account.
But
Africa. Yes, I'm telling you. Some businessmen go for loan. Unko kwante bosia e make sure some you build your maximum e be che bosia e dey buy for me obi opa bosia be need problem. Every businessman have to take risk. And to be kwante bosia o je bosia di build ni numam ama ni humanity me konkai. But na don Prez Akufo Addo. And you already dey extremely tough and the man conform kwante bosia. Shabu, if you go to Babi at said La Côte d'Ivoire, I want to tell you one thing. Shabu Togo in 2010 Ebanino, none wonder in interest rate or two. And listen, from 2010, to 2022, now the interest rate to Togo is 4.18. Let's say go and do your checks. Togo 4.18. Now mother, you know, call 5.50.
Wow.
TTA.
A new 10 crap.
If a businessman in Togo goes for a loan or a facility or a credit from a bank, now we get 10,000 Ghana cedis per annum. You pay only 5.50 on the 10,000. Only a
meaning so obi eje loan if you Togo Ghana
yes
business.
Yes.
Now so a Ghana that's also loan for Ghana.
Yes.
You can't compete in
the
market share.
Because if you go to Togo, say now that's will be eje yemfa say 100 million. You just calculate 5.50 on 100 million per annum. And if you go to start this Francophone FU, or if you be reducing balance, and let me explain to you. In banking, you have to be straight line. You have to be reducing balance. Straight line, they say, well, 100 million. 100 million was only 1 year in the year. And they are calculating the amount for 1 year. And no one else can now the Quebec as a master, how catch 1 year in the so we are charging you on the 1 year. Reducing balance, and they say, the more would you interest rate in the sort.
Okay.
And everyone say, we are working for maybe 5 years. So what means you cannot a free or capital if you are net interest rate, maybe 1 year and 2 interest rate now. There can you anyway. If you go to these francophone countries, and I want to kind of
francophone country, majority of them.
Yes. So if you look at this, interest rate at 5.50. They say, oh, now I'm going from 4.18 and 5.50. Now, if you go to my BT, Ivory Coast, they are giving a credit facility, interest rate 5.50. Hey, I'm telling you. But the other case they are so kakra is Burkina Faso because of political instability. And just when banks they come and start to say, now if you go to what Shabu in terms of interest rate, I don't quite who crack a 7.50.
Ghana they go for
about 7.50. And who call now as a business person who could credit who could facility so the quack will be 7.50. Upramoya West Africa munyadia Ghana and Nigeria. I'm paying for Bianyadi. I'm paying for
above me.
Omunyadi
Okrafo.
Me say Ghana the interest rate between Obi Ghana and it Togo Nimuwa. Ghana
5.50.
Ghana me say go and check today. The commercial interest rate is between 30 to 47%.
47. 30 cry.
30 to 47%.
5.50.
Nigeria for may come there saying Nigeria for then 26.25%. 26.25%. What you allow Kodochemantia was how can you compete with this kind of countries? Then your business people no always you start them, you don't make them rich. Or this can be just a kutuabosia when we expand the company, when we expand the business. Oba, he's going to do reforms in a whole lot. Chabu, you kroma. And I'm a catcher say, or my national development plan. And the way I mean, yes, how we. Like I said, Alan Kodoche maintain. So when we put new president, when we put new president, any government that comes to power should even buy this idea.
No, man.
And America say,
they also come with their manifesto. That's why Ghana has to vote for Allah.
Ghana. You say national development plan for 40 years. You say go. I just some pledge amount for opinion. At just says the Kabasa national development plan. National development plan. And say, where a person of mine, devoid of political normal. I say the person of mine, so papers no man one not watching.
So be about the manifesto.
The policy analyst for the NBC. 28 we catch you say or mobile nya the Npp for no matter to us so Npp for so be catch you say or mo so mo so prend we be yaduma decide mo yisa no mani nya dia free ho but I know we will go into this.
Sure,
there are a lot of things Shabu adewe see it me to adewe it is an asset for Ghanaians we should not joke with it.
So could I me try no ba me ba ye ba be call the second topic you say at least can be say yemfa. The
only solution to our problems is to create employment for the youth of this country, and that is what I stand for. Check my track records. My track records clearly indicates that Kenya Japan is for the youth. Kenya Japan is for employment. And anybody who does not work in life has no life. So job. And that is Kenya Japan.
Ekuti honorable Ken and a futu se mo se we babuna also pay adwuma ye na woni adwuma ya wenkwa bia eniumu ye call the second phase but before say ye come me ento asase ebima Rome Villa Estates and efro Rome Villa Estates say men kan chew say oya brantie oya bawa oya Ghana ni akobo bra buchi anaso Ghana na nyame atumsem na opese oto asase a ena asase ho den papa ana sika ho ne pe den makwabrane empon sango hye boase eda Rome Villa Estate aton sase aegu oyibi na nsase no ye twa no akese mese utubi ko to asase bi na one plot as a quarter plot one plot as a half plot enu ko achi no se bi se ka kwa wo ba na wanya na se moja kwa ntu a kanya bone asase ketoi na land guard for one guard for women guard for to avoid all these things and a Rome Villa Estate sase no omotua ka ayon kratasem na wato asase no side plan and an indenture edaso me say oba twa ne pain de ka twa ne pain oba kwa akoton sase baabi na manso e kina police e kina soldier e kina immigration e kina we say the mesraw na wo twa court koton Rome Villa Estate me say aton sase ya to we Canadian bogus American bogus Italian bogus Spain bogus Vietnam bogus what be a take for ya to amom now what take Ghana odi there me say if you want to invest if you want to do an investment and then another say bank clear best what release 1.5 billion obisi can best 10 years in if you want to invest here we sika no kwa top 1 bills no koton sase to ba ko to mienu to miensa na fa guo afesese o koton a o ba be damase 0592223383 0592223386 open litigation freelance there aye Rome Villa Estate na open sase a man so da ho beto asa na be boss mo se ba ko tu dia me se bra me ko acho fa go na heta shabu Ghana man paying another Akufo Addo to the finance minister was so releasing a fund of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis bank clean up omo that man physical share no yen konkutua shabu is it because of an is it an election year and intia now say dia no mudi so mudi can never shabu franco
when it comes to this banking sector cleanup exercise minimum say no ye
yeah
you read your party document ya kwa wo kan sa no mani nyina. Today I'm taking to a different perspective.
Okay.
Some question is it because you do election year? Now me can say me yes. Me say when it gets to election year, there is no financial discipline in Ghana.
There's no rules.
They do election year. There is no financial discipline in Ghana. Baby, when it comes to say always they do overspending. They want to do some things. Even it will even go outside that jurisdiction in making sure that they still want to retain power.
Now, frankly, Kwabranena, your staff on
yes,
your general jeans,
yes,
or so gullible, say
yes.
What is man?
It depends on the same person. And your individual differences. It's understanding and how the people will try to make sure say he will deal with the matter.
Okay.
Shaibu, the other kind. Sans kind of material man kofono. Let me say Akufo Addo my idea. See, my idea. Because we should work can almost say 4 billion. Or more release the first tranche 1.5 billion. Or maybe to a Canadian. A few.
Because almost closing banks and clean up that are from Mungiska.
And I may say, and also about Trebi or no baby Trebia. So far as we have this kind of intention to make sure some man for go through pains and they want to help them solve their problem.
As if the finance minister, right? We are saying, President Akufo Addo orders the release of 1.5 billion bailout for banking cleanup victims. Obasa was saying, President Akufo Addo has directed the Ministry of Finance to release 1.5 billion to customers affected by the banking sector cleanup. This was disclosed by the Finance Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Anda, over the weekend at UK town hall meeting, explaining that the disbursement is expected to take place between now and October. Dr. Adam acknowledged that the government should not be held accountable for their investment decision, but noted that mistakes were made in this case and people were not well informed. But Franco, so I'm quite yes, I did with UK, but I'm with town hall meeting. I'm percent me 2 Ghana for almost some people some fast. I couldn't I receive fund
for the
so on my elections.
Omo receive funds say.
Oh, Pisca at the Bagana Bay.
This can be men now. I'm saying UK Copisca.
Franco understands in your bois. UK, almost France and other countries.
Why you be fast to penny sika the Yamasem? Mati, Chago. We are gunning us who tell you about tree. No brave about tree. And if you don't know the kind of things that are happening in Ghana, listen, Kofo is coming. Most of this kind of most of the campaign. I do push for Ghana. Where I mean, Casacraburi.
Then Franco, there be some money to Ghana for more blue. Some money, the airport of Ghana said. And Auditor General report HSN, MPP are buying. So, or might make a final payment $11 million to Palugu to Purpose Dam. You come for a boy more than $11 million. $12 million. 12. And this is can go for US credit. I said, I shall your minimum stamp on Manchester. Mokakawa, a what pray Mosa Mom. And this is a brother pa. Yeah, about the second planning passing. I said, $1 million. Na the guy from more between 77 predators. Yeah, the Yamuya. Bonnie MPP by Tim and now Franco. Who I did over there about insurance. Who will drive you pay around $250. Maybe a woman didn't kind of forward brute. Now some for way 77 years ago. Now Obi said, and I'm £1,000, £100. Hey, now I'm going to move on. Another moment, yeah, Petsika, what you know, every month. Now some for Mudiska. France for Mugo. Almost so free UK or more Bamche. Now, Miss Sam, MP planner in the position in a boss said, Woman gets come from more family power. By woman is cut cow, fire yashi.
Media, mean can be. I told you more on one Casasama. I don't know, can you? This minister, Minshian, I say I like him, I don't know, I like him. But what can't say it's a defeating statement to him.
What's it?
It's a defeating statement to him and the government.
Yeah.
So as we know, no one account. Mahmoud Bamiakabi. In any serious country, Mahmoud Bamia doesn't qualify to become the vice president.
Yeah. In
any serious country, I can see a revoking appointment. What do you say? Investment amount for quite a problem about, and you won't create that kind of problem. And I have issues with it.
Go to Bank of Ghana. Tell the supervisor, and what would be permitted on the a banking.
Message. Ultimate responsibility lies at the doorstep of the leader. They be a castle.
Command for bank.
Yes. Unibank.
Me. Now me say Unibank. But me koyi me kakra wan jeni gu.
Yes.
Now be corner Bank of Ghana for amomo ayi lines na bo tie.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana is appointed by the President of the Republic of Ghana. Tie me bi.
Yeah.
Tie. Tis any panel only party person yem for woman. If you don't believe in the ideology and the cardinal principles of the New Patriotic Party, Oma Metraho Esoba Biyejuma. Bank of Ghana is a supervisory unit. Tie. Bank of Ghana. Ghana banks, Ghana si kanya Bank of Ghana deal.
Sure.
Banks in as a Bank of Ghana say. And no authorization to do business with Ghanaians. And when I supervisory unit, you know, idea will be illegal things. So people want to kasa why you illegal there when you decide I'll revoke your license.
Franco, bank on. Your father bank, your yan sabi. One more do. Hey, banks be bulk advert to radio so and TV so I be branches and the Bank of Ghana money supervision rule. Me say I'm a man for eco supervision.
Now vice president no me class and does to do sick one money. Now someone money. What is your duty as a leader? Why do we vote for you people? The Commission Obama say we should build stronger institutions, not stronger personalities. So this thing can never happen in a civilized country.
When your margin says come go to the doing customers favor. Sikara mo kwajiji na mo di. Shabu, mo ya bank class like that part document. Yen ba mo diskana ko show.
Shabu. Me say if you look at this banking cleanup exercise, Shabu, almost started on the 14th of August 2017. On the 14th of August 2017, 347 microfinances Romugu. 347 microfinances, 23 savings and loans. 16 investor banks. The government of Bank of Ghana should bow head down in shame. If you sit down and supervise over 20 to 347, 23 1, and you're close to almost 400 financial institutions, And the Okuma. Then you have the auditor, your friend say, the Bank of Ghana, governor, one man in the supervisory unit be and go up check your books and say, some lines say it is right. The kind of account that they are presenting to you, this is a true and fair manner.
So yeah, I'll cut them. We say in account maybe going
concern.
Prez Akufo Addo, yes, admitted say I end this for the moment these lances and number 2. Oba Bank of Ghana, how watching it too.
Shabu.
Bank of Ghana workers are a department of Makwan, a big established bank. Department here, or supervisor man for banks. Oba a card of a liabilities. One a mass I can buy. One watching, one prosecuting.
Shabu. Me say,
Mom facade in Makwan, we don't want to deceive them.
Me more mama so between 1.5 billion. But I'm going to the matter. The new patriotic party, headed by another Akufo Addo. Any the finance, any uncle from what's uncle for a friend say Bank of Ghana no, they are all hypocrites. I mean, the banking cleanup exercise. Some banks, you know, they were down. But the catcher said no moon said them and we wanted to restore and revamp them. These are Ghanaian businesses. And I can present me plenty more to be conquered. Here with their board. Here only 5 billion Ghana cedis.
5 billion Ghana cedis.
5 billion Ghana cedis. Shall we tell me? And go forward on. Messi do Matia. I have a cast in China. No, the yoke couldn't be an Iba child wako. Because I no more than hour on airtime. If they want to resource them, bring them back onto their feet. As Ghanaians indigenous banks are. Now come here 5 billion. We have for capital injection.
Not still that workers and no more trafficking now. Still being the system working.
Now, banking cleanup exercise. Shabu, boy, 25 billion Ghana cedis.
Hey, at the expense of 5 billion.
Me say, Messanka, you have 5 billion. And when engineer so make us come to take an country as Shabu, can I no make quay. So take it from me. At the end of the year, you 5 billion women bet me. But the money kitan ko fo binti no 25 billion you're saying 25 billion for banking cleanup exercise where Unibank, Sovereign Bank, Beige, Premium Bank, Royal Bank, Heritage, and Consolidated Bank.
Yeah.
And but this MPP funded one of communicators now. Akufo Addo Abaso, he's going to pay 1.5 billion to this kind of banks.
From 2017,
one. Dr. Mahmoud made the same statement. So, Oman for so be as would be unfunny. So, you interest in your day. But some by a day, you told us you are going to protect the public press. It is your duty and responsibility, and your primary responsibility to do it.
Sure.
What failure? Shabu, I want to ask you something. Among for we were just looking at one aspect.
Yeah.
One aspect is you pay 1.5 billion.
out of the
out of 4 billion.
Yeah.
1.5 billion. We are saying say you confirm no musikada ban one head. You try their more. Shaibu. The report and start. I buy. Banks and financial institutions are good. The unemployment rate at the back Ghana, our banking sector in was 5,000.
At the end of 5 billion, make my year remedy.
I'm a man for 5,000. Every employed. These 5,000 people, you have to multiply by 3 or 4.
Yeah, because almost dependency ratio.
Thank you. But what you want, ma? Every corner, maybe quite here. Could be a citizen uncle for every a sort of yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, the vetting committee, at almost the finance minister is Anomano. Almost say, Sanka Bank, and Commander Sa, you can say, clean up Anka about 10,000 Ghanaians in the bill Swedma. To the mind of Komaya, but you had the opportunity to revamp 5 billion. And one yet
to inject 5 billion and to revamp all these banks so that all the 5,000 unemployment rate can
example one over 5,000 people and no motive they are unemployed.
Okay.
Under John Dramani Mama unemployment rate now 8.2. Akufo Addo 14.7. Go and do your checks. Over 8 million Ghanaians are unemployed. About 6.7 million Ghanaians youth among Nejuma. Let's say from 8.2 in 2016 to 14.7 unemployment rate.
Almost different 6%.
Thank you. Me say Ghana are over 8 million
out of the 34 million.
Enyajuma.
A security threat to
6.7 a youth. Abino untini 6.7. Ti amount for your bet change. Me say is the biggest congregation ever Ghana. So Shaibu, and no people are crying. Your attention go. Depositors ni sika nkwa na ye dwen. No mo ya say omunuma na. Omo a obi wo ho a na oye adwuma so na pa otwe ne ba school fees. Mini pa bi na oye adwuma Unibank. Say so to prako.
Ana enu this man or be the ordinary man.
Why? Amabe
Mr. Kofi Amabe.
Ordinary person, a man who was resourceful and was able to make sure that all Ghana for ABB branches, Emma loans no and oh yeah. Was say a dear crab about Chema revoking the line. Hey, we are Shabu. The blame comes super so money per year, money 2 minutes. Money 2 minutes. Also confirm Wabe, what was that data bank for the pay? Me say, ni papa so money year, money scanning to me, you get to know the person well. Shabu. Now, self care is about to Prez Akufo. We very much I do about nothing. Shakespeare book me or tray. Much I do about nothing. And I'm going to explain to you. If you look at economic hardship, we work room her. Nippon and Sika down. Do you know so Sika down about the Yamahu?
So then one
Usikana. Thank you. Usikana down. Anybody to Yamahu. Timer. Now you good this kind of banks. Yeah, cleansing. No. The dollar was 4.8. See, every amount for year $3 and figure that time. Now you 4.8 to $1. And we get our force this 80 pesos which mean $1. And I know because we hear 16 Ghana cedis once in Makumaku 16 to get $1. Let me paint a picture for you and you understand. Shaibu, see how far I say that time. Now we see that bank $10,000. Now just a bit money 48,000. Tell me 48,000. Another so we see can you 48,000. And at that bank we be only $3,000.
From $10,000 no. Above we do $3,000. $7,000 ashi.
And it's a first. So the panel sit down what boss would do baby first. Who get 1,000? Not me to cement $19. So get 1,000. Who me to cement $9. So we be
10 free so.
Yes. And it's any penny sitting down. And I know here 48,000 to complete it. Now today, we here almost three times or 4 times or the 48,000 to complete. Let me paint a picture for you, Madam Fugi. Now oh yeah, no base capital. So yeah, you ma oh away. Sir, your friend say Ura banks be a dancing rubber. Tie. Tama, you good banks. You see can kitano. Na yet 32,000. What will the quarter Toyota Vest 3 plus. Not the boat, or the Uber, and I young Tim Beam. Ene, Obi and see Kada Bango. Our person be no person Uber, and as a person to me, ASI. We have 132,000.
Auto circuit one.
132,000 as our Quacotos Adium. T 48 to 32,000. Every 132,000. We here additional of 100,000 to add it to what the 32,000 to able to buy a Toyota Vest 3 plus.
Maybe a Akufo Addo.
Obia. Now oye yare for. Owo insulin. Insulin in your baby she fridge. TBB.
Diabetes phone.
Thank you. And you ever said that time? Me check again. Insulin. Now here park ni now 120 Ghana cedis. And now here insulin we have 450 to 500 Ghana cedis to get insulin. This any panel. So first, or now you said you better insulin box makuma 20. This or test or 10. Be a 9. I just want to paint the pictures for you. And if you look at the economic hardship aba, Nipani Sikano, or Kwajini Yanko Poyan watch all the manner. So invested 100 or invested 10,000. And Okwaje 10,000 is not the same 10,000 that the person is going to get. Scanasi. Sikano, I say. And Nipani just Okwaje 10,000. Onyanji scano the PFP bank the money is soon in Fasubi. I don't know if I'm making sense to you.
Making sense.
And to the side, MPP for accommodable Mwasa for him. So I have issues with it. Mamma Casam Chiro. You could do it. MPP for no money, I is the NPP government who created this kind of problems for them. NPP government who created this kind of problems.
If
you look at Parkwasi Induma, was or no? I dear Bakwana man and Yaji, and he wanted to expand the business college. Ghana. He wanted big men, business people, contractors who bet me at home. No, bet my year, Juma. No one said in your musica. No, bet my pre-fund a year. No, baby, I won't do Sika Nadia back. None of bank knows what's meaning of us.
I pre-finance like what would you control Niska, Bajiska Bank or not?
There be a mechanism
say, I buy will be covered to you.
There be a mechanism to say. Why a bank for Iska and they say, O Musika no more, but send or they will send money out like by loan. Thank you. Loans. Shabu, where year 27th of May 2024. Timmy, where you from? The Chamber of Road Construction Industry. Akwese Ghana Bar Association. Akwese Gutafo.
Yeah.
And if you look at contractors, Nyana, Omon Paying for Nakasai. Omo say, I buy the Omon call for 15 billion Ghana cedis.
15 billion Ghana cedis.
15 billion Ghana cedis. Now 15 billion Ghana cedis, no. Omon call for them called the GN Bank 7 billion Ghana cedis. Hey!
Out of 15 billion, no.
See me be a message.
GN Bank, they call it 7 billion.
7? Not Papa can't want it. Papa can't want it.
And he said, oh, I buy no contract here, your man out and a car. Could you escape with GN Bank? Because buy a can't say, I need books from you to close.
GN Bank workers that's who you Open bank back, it was running at a faster rate. In every cottage, in every village, in every town, metropolis, municipal city, ne biwa ne GN Bank. So branch biano, no funny part 20 multiply it by the kind of people no more.
We have to every district capital be no more.
Shabu. Any go cost securities, you don't 7 billion Ghana cedis.
Abandoning to you.
Let's say 7 billion. A car buying any contractors and 49 billion. So he's a chamber for free one. 49 billion Ghana cedis. But the NPP government and Amwakwata, as a road minister, the NPP government and another bank Akufo Addo, they decided not to pay the contractors. Contractors, remember, say, be incapacitated. Shabu, be yare, be next come from Tobian, be month to fear. School. Why? Or then be a mechanical papa friend SK work for. Or Koya Juma or Thanos out, turn off on a free Prampi Krumo. Or Koya Juma or basically Sikomun Chairman Papa on TSB.
Scannership.
I said, the writers are bad debt. And so the sales come at the better 30 billion, 40 billion, or the money in the moment to the Abubra. And so, I could follow my idea, I'm going to be 1.5 billion. But I'm asking them questions. One, or more, some workers, what are you going to do for them? Again, now you're their mom. Because bank can you go, you know, over 5,000 Ghanaians, youth, and employers, no money, you. Or more musical because of economic hardship. It's not the same 20,000 that they will get today. But we voted for you to protect the people first, to think about the interest and the welfare of ordinary Ghanaians. Sometimes I sit in the room and I tell myself, say, Uncle Akufo Addo be the president. I'm like, Papa be Bagana. Then the near person be president. When the president can be this is the Akufo Addo we are seeing today.
Forget about that. I am for Franco the hater and our turning cannot meeting the shy with us. See Austin Beverly Jack camera just I can't video the boom. Say yes, excuse ma. You ever say shut up for.